Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Root Double Before Crime After Days Xtend Edition. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye on the top of the video to watch a previous episode to get caught up. So, this is the start of the first day. We're in his room. And that orange bar there, I just realized, wasn't there in Route A. When Natsuhiko woke up that day, he found himself on his own bed. Which was only to be expected. He had always slept and woken up in this room for as long as he could remember. Well, I mean, if you weren't expecting to wake up in your own room, I'm not sure what you're thinking, or like what happened to you. He got up, put on his glasses as he sat aside, and stretched his arms out wide. He felt as though he had awoken from a worrying dream, but he couldn't remember what it was. So this was the vision he got. Or that dream. The explosion. A cursory look at his watch showed that it was 9:10 at 6:19. 6:19. We have 6 days. His watch was perfectly measuring the flow of time today, as usual. Well, that only shows that your watch is working. Not even once had it broken these past 10 years. Wow, 10 years. He climbed out of bed, changed into his uniform, and left his room. Root B, Chapter 1, September 10, Chapter, 6 days until the incident. We'll get to find out. Before the incident, that's what it's called, Root B. Root B4. Once he entered the living room, he heard some light humming coming from the kitchen. Yuri?
Ohayo.
Once he called out to her. Wait, this voice. This voice is the SSS? Tutorial voice. Girl. The one humming cheerfully replied. The newscaster on TV was rambling on in a matter-of-fact tone of voice.
次のニュースです。今朝未明、Rokumei市の BC トレーニングセンターに過激派団体による怪文書が届きました。
Oh. I'm pretty sure those are the bad people that caused the incident.
先頃行われた BC セミナーとの関連も指摘されており、警察は市の保安課と共同で
Natsuhiko casually let the news in one ear and out the other, thinking to himself, almost time for her to wake up, huh? What does that mean? As soon as that thought crossed his mind, he heard the living room door open. Aww. Aw, it's Yuri. Wait, is Yuri Natsuhiko's sister?
Ohayo, Yuri.
Aww. Aw, she's so kawaii. Yuri sank onto the table as she muttered the nicknames she had for those two. And right around that time, the other girl came out of the kitchen. Oh, so this girl was the tutorial. Wait, so are we all living together? Oh. And what about the mom? And why is she cooking us breakfast? Is she our waifu? Brightly sounding the morning meal call was Mashiro, Natsuhiko's childhood friend. Aww. Yuri was about to fall back to sleep before Mashiro's voice woke her up. Food time! Food time! Eggs, bacon, biscuits.
サラダにオムレツにオレンジジュース。
That's a huge breakfast there.
いわゆるアメリカンブレックファーストだよ。
It is. I don't know, except for the hash browns. I don't eat the hash browns.
おお、朝から充実してるな。
おいしそう。さあ、それじゃ皆さん、手を合わせて。
Put our hands together? For what?
いただきます。
Oh. And thus they began their breakfast as usual. I forgot. Japanese culture was like that.
おいしい。さすがマシロンだよ。
Mashiron.
ああ、よくあんな短時間でこれほどのものを作れるもんだ。
Are these leftovers?
慣れだよ、慣れ。もう半年も作ってるんだもん。
Huh, is she our waifu? Mashiro gave an embarrassed grin upon being complimented. Just another typical breakfast at the Tenkawa residence. Now that I think about it, it's a little strange, huh? We're not even family. Yet. Though they were all sharing a meal at the same table, none of the people here were related. The only family Natsuhiko had was his mother. His father passed away before Natsuhiko could remember. Oh, that's sad. His mother worked hard to support them, to the point she became a serious workaholic. Oh. She spent most of her time at work, seldom returning home. As Natsuhiko sat lost in thought, a concerned voice called out to him.
あれ、ひこりん、ご飯が進んでないね。お腹でも痛いの？
I don't like it when my tummy hurts.
ああ、いや、大丈夫。じっくり味わって食べていただけさ。
そう、よかった。
Only hash browns I don't like are the ones that are just mashed all together. I don't really like those. I like the one that's already just like in the form already. This girl's name was Yuri Katono. Wait, did we actually know her full name in Route A? She was Natsuhiko's childhood friend and 2 years his senior. So she's another childhood friend. She started living in this house with Natsuhiko long ago due to extenuating circumstances. If you hear any rumbly tumblies, some reason there's a huge thunderstorm happening. With no rain, just thunder. They grew up like siblings, and even today, they seemed like real family members. Yuri was a kind girl and would always worry about Natsuhiko, almost to a fault.
僕はこう見えて、体は頑丈なんだ。食欲はいつも旺盛だよ。
Yeah, that healthy, fatty breakfast there. Bacon and eggs and mashed potatoes and you know. Wait, is there mashed potatoes? And with that declaration, he stuffed his cheeks with bread, causing a different cheerful voice to chime in this time.
いい食べっぷりだね、夏彦。こっちも腕の振るいがいがあるよ。
Ooh. We'll get to know more about her. This girl's name was Mashiro Toba. She didn't exactly live with Natsuhiko. She was another one of Natsuhiko's childhood friends, but she only started having breakfast here about half a year ago. Oh. In the absence of his mother, Natsuhiko generally did most of the chores in the Tenkawa residence. But skillful and adaptable as he was, even Natsuhiko had something he wasn't good at, and that something was cooking. Oh. Prior to Natsuhiko entering high school, a commuting housekeeper had prepared his meals, but this spring she had to resign for personal reasons. Oh no! And that's when Natsuhiko's mother asked Mashiro to help prepare breakfast and dinner since they lived in the same neighborhood. This kind of sounds a lot like the whole thing with If you've been watching the Love Love series with Sumika, just, you know, being in the same house, even though they're neighbors. Natsuhiko bowed his head to Mashiro's words and muttered softly.
それにしてもいつも悪いな、マシロ。
何言ってんの。夏彦のお母さんからお礼もいただいてるし、バイトみたいなもんだよ。
Oh, now the rain's starting. Oh, so she's getting paid. Oh.
それに、あんたのためじゃない。どっちかって言えば、ユーリのためだよ。ね、ユーリ。
Are you sure? She's kind of blushing there when she's, you know, saying that.
そう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど。
ああ、そうかい。ま、僕はどっちでも美味しい料理が食べれれば満足だけどさ。
Will she get angry? And then, as if to interrupt their peaceful chit-chat, an unsettling voice rang out.
それでは次のニュースです。
Oh?
昨夜、6名市内の研究施設 BC 開発センターで火災があり、研究棟6棟が全焼しました。
Oh no.
火事。
Suddenly, silence spread across the dining table. The newscaster continued matter-of-factly.
出火時、屋内には数名の職員、研究員が残っておりましたが、
Uh-oh.
出動した消防レスキュー隊により全員無事に救出され、幸い死者は出なかった模様です。
Oh. Whoa. Oh. That was... I saw the lightning through that window there. Whoa. That was huge.
助かったんだ。よかったね。
Alright, focus on this. Focus on this. Not on the scary lightning thunderstorm outside. On this.
ん？ああ、そうだな。
You guess?
あれ、なんか適当。冷たいんだ、夏彦。
Yeah, just a bit.
そうか？テレビの向こう側の話に一喜一憂しても仕方がないじゃないか。
Hmm. That's true. Unless you do something about it.
でも、この町で起きた出来事だし、全く無関係とも言えないんじゃないかな。
That's also true.
近頃物騒だし、何か事件に巻き込まれたりとか。
Oh no. The incident, guys. In 6 days.
考えすぎさ。大丈夫だと思うよ。この町ではね。
What about that dream you just had? The town they lived in was quite good about public order. It was unthinkable that any of them would get caught up in an incident. Whoa. The heck was that? However, at that time, Yuri shook her head and quietly spoke.
ヒコリン、安心してばかりいちゃダメだよ。
Oh?
恐ろしい出来事はテレビの向こうでしか起きないわけじゃないんだよ。
That is true. It could happen here. Happen in this town. The town you live in.
ヒコリンの身にだって予想もつかないことが起きるかもしれない。
Oh no. Natsuhiko's expression stiffened upon hearing such an ominous prediction. No way. He tried to say that, but his voice wouldn't come out. Dreadful incidents don't happen twice. This thunderstorm, I am so sorry everybody. Wah! His peaceful days would continue forever without even the slightest disturbance. At least that's what he always thought. Well, I guess it would be true if he didn't go to the facility. If he didn't go to LABO, I would assume it would be true that there would be no disturbances. Yet, a disturbance was exactly what Natsuhiko suddenly noticed out of the corner of his eye. His prized watch from years ago. had broken sometime when he wasn't looking. What? Like 5 minutes ago? That it was perfectly, not broken? Why? When did it? Natsuhiko was still unaware of why that watch of his had broken. The watch dial read 9:16, 6:19. That was the time Natsuhiko's watch broke. Oh. Alright, back to the SSS. We apologize for interrupting you so early on, but there are no choices in this world. Wait, what? Oh. Regardless, we need your powers to link this world to the future. Oh! So the Senses Sympathy System SSS has been prepared in order to allow you to willingly influence the world. Oh, well, wait, oh. I thought... Okay, never mind. I thought there was no SSS and it was a different SSS or something else. This tutorial will explain the SSS to you, but before that, let's explain what we mean by senses here. Senses refers to impressions, emotions, sensations in this context, but it's simply a general assessment of how you feel about someone else. In other words, if their senses are high, you have a good impression of that person. But on the other hand, if their senses are low, that means you have a bad impression of that person. And the SSS exists to quantify your senses and reflect them on this world. Now then, let's explain how to change the value of your senses. In specific scenes, a graphic that looks like a magic will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This is known as an enneagram. An enneagram is a kind of personality assessor that categorizes people into 9 different personality types. Each of the 9 main characters of the story have been categorized into these 9 types. Thus, the 9 characters have been distributed into the 9 points of the enneagram. A graph similar to a radar chart is displayed on top of the enneagram. This graph is a symbol that represents senses. The shape of the graph corresponds to the 9 characters, and its shape will change as you alter their senses. You can input the senses of 9 characters, which includes the protagonist. Thus, in a sense, you may also set the senses you have for yourself. In such an instance, you determine whether or not you have confidence in your instincts and opinions. Oh, so it's confidence. Okay. Alternatively, you determine how much you value yourself. Senses Sympathy System. Truly a system where you determine the protagonist's various sensations/senses each time. Your senses will be used to determine which scenario divergence you will travel down at fixed divergence points. At divergent points, the story automatically diverges in accordance to the level of your senses. And simply input your senses whenever you want. You can only do that at sections known as branches. When you arrive at a branch, the enneagram will appear in the upper right-hand corner. Please check if the enneagram is displaying or not to determine when you can and can't input your senses. Allow us to explain in detail through example. Let's play a demo scenario branch where you actually control this system. But first, please take a look at the next scene. The senses input hasn't appeared yet, so please just play through the text as you normally would. Is this the tutorial area again? It is. In a certain boy's house. Even a game. Oh. Okay.
とてもごめんなさい。邪魔みたいだから、また今度にするね。
Okay, so the actual voice for the tutorial is Yuri's voice. Oh. We did do this in A. I thought there'd be something different. Okay, it's input screen. Gotcha. It was Yuri. Oh, wait. In the other tutorial, was it just regular? Huh. So this is just a tutorial. I want to see what happens if I just put it 0. No, if I put it 0, it'd just be 0. Like the previous one. Oh yeah, Tanabata. Ooh. Yay! The exam, the girl had 2 different reactions, but there may be more than that depending on the situation. Also, there isn't always just one senses target. If there is ever more than one target that you need to take into consideration, you'll have to reevaluate your senses for them individually. In these situations, you can put for more than one character, but the only ones whose senses you can input are those who are involved with the next branch. You cannot alter the senses for an unrelated character. There may be times where senses hold a greater importance than usual. Okay, so blue, this signifies an event where you can probably influence a target's favor. A blue branch, as it's known, is generally not all that important. You don't even need to change your senses every time it comes up. All you have to do is change it whenever your impression of the target alters. But if you neglect too many blue branches, it could have dire consequences for you farther down the line. Oh, so that's if I neglect it. That's what it happened before, because I thought it just, you know, was okay to just go on like this because it was just the same. Oh. Okay, this yellow generally signifies an event where you can probably influence someone's actions. Okay, very important. Expect them to signify big changes, such as change your destination or travel partner. They're not dangerous, but it's best that you change your senses to reflect your intentions at these points. And though it's rare, your yellow branch can signify that a branch of grave danger is approaching, so please be careful. Grave danger. Utmost importance. Decided incorrectly, you will find death lying in wait for you. Keep your eyes peeled to avoid danger, and please keep your senses immediately to ensure there are no problems. Also, branches directly related to the story's conclusion will be read. Oh. Recommend you exercise cautious judgment there in the same way. This concludes the SSS. The senses will change the situation in various ways. Now then, let's return to the world. Time starts again, a senses input will appear right away. Anyone will be glowing blue. However, the girl's favor towards the boy is very important to him. Factors result may be awaiting the worst case scenario. Please look over the situation calmly and select your senses carefully. We are expecting your feelings to have a good effect on this world. Alright! Invoke. What? Invoke? What does that mean? So, I'm gonna end the episode here, everybody, and see what this invoke Yuri means. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Root Double Before Crime After Days Extended Edition, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye! Oh, just lots of clothes and lingerie everywhere and bags. Whoa, hello there, bunny girl.